y'all. I'm Christy with Create with Christy. I teach hand lettering, but most of all, I love to encourage others to be the light. My scripture for this year is Matthew 5:16. Let your light shine before men, that they can see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. I invited these wonderful business buddies of mine to be a part of my 2020 Vision Workshop. And I wanted to ask each of them, since it's wrapped up, what they got out of the workshop, and then we'll find out a little bit more about each person. So Angie, can we start with you?
Yes, you can.
So what'd you get out of the workshop?
Okay, so I got lots of things, but one thing I wanted to point out is that there was like a question when we filled out questions for day 5, I think, and you shared about all of your different friends that you look to talk to, and I thought it was really interesting that not only is your word for the year shine, but you also told us about your friend Starla, your friend Sunshine, and your friend Aurora, I think. And so they all like have something to do with light, which I thought was very interesting. So I learned that you have a lot of names, friends with names that mean something about light. So
that's so fun.
I lip gloss. So anyway, a lot. I loved listening to Gina and Leanne and talking about just how to implement what our vision and our goals are. I've never done a dream board before because I'm not as crafty as the rest of you guys, but I have vision. So it's been really fun. So I've learned a lot.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to go to Tracy Pounds. So Tracy, tell us what you got out of the workshop. Just one or two things.
Oh, sure. Well, first off, I'm Miss Tracy, and my studio is the Little Blue House, so a lot of people connect me with that. And I was so fortunate that you invited me to come and share a little bit about faith journaling. So one of the things I really got out of this workshop is my word for this year. I'm just going to show you my journaling page, is the word action. Okay. So what I really loved most, and so much of what I heard really, it's so cool when you do things like this because, you hear the certain things that, God is like, oh man, he's talking to me. Right. I mean, that's why it's so cool that I think that you put this workshop together to give people the vision. Right. I think it's just awesome. So for me, I loved all the actionables. I loved that you were able to give people a way to kind of discern what their gifts are, right? And then I love how all the different examples of the ways that we can actually live out our faith, be in action, right? We can put our faith into action. We can share those kindnesses to others. And I just loved all the different suggestions, not only by you, but by all the commenters, all the members. Yeah. I really got a lot out of that. So I just appreciate you taking the time to put it all together.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. Let's go to Brenna. Brenna, tell me what you thought. Did you get anything that you'll carry on throughout the year?
Absolutely. It was so encouraging, Christy. I love seeing your bright and shining face every day, just there sharing scripture. It was so encouraging. And just the great questions that you asked us to get us thinking. And I didn't have a chance to go through all of the sessions yet because I've had a house full of people. I've got 7 kids and they just left 2 days ago. We just got the last 3 on planes. So I just have watched a few so far and I'm catching up. But I have to say, practically, Debbie Rose Reverse Canvas was stellar. Yeah. Because my daughter has a modern calligraphy business where she does canvases and things, and a lot of times we like to frame them, but that adds quite a bit of cost and things like that. And we were like, what? This is an amazing idea. The frame's already there. And so Absolutely. I know that seemed like a simple thing, but that is like something we are going to implement over and over again. So I'm really excited about that. And just my word is arise. And I'm just excited. I feel like you've brought up some great points that just make me want to be listening to the Lord and just be obedient. I think obedience is a huge part of Arise. Arise and do it when it's hard. Have courage and do it. And I know God's got great things for us this year.
Amen, girlfriend. Thank you. Debbie, are you ready to tell us something? You're on mute, I think.
There we go. Is that better?
Yes, much better.
Christy, I absolutely love your heart for the Lord and the encouragement that you give to all of us and to all of your listeners. You truly are the light of the Lord, and I just love all that you stand for. And I haven't made it through all of the sessions either. I'm still working on them, but I just, every bit of it has been encouraging so far. And as far as the other speakers, I haven't seen all of them yet, but I absolutely loved Gina's vision board and dream board. I never thought about that those were two separate things, and that's definitely something I'm going to do this year. I love the idea of getting your big dreams out there, but then also giving you a vision board for things that you're going to work on a daily basis. So that was very inspirational for me. Faith journaling by Tracy, that's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm hoping that will inspire me for this to be the year that I actually start doing it. I love to stamp, and I love to watercolor, and so that just gave me some inspiration on different things I can do. So those were fun things for me.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Okay, how about Gina?
Hey there. So I have to ditto everything that everybody's saying about you, Christy, because this was amazing. It's very true. And I think for me, one of the things that in a bigger picture, what I really love is that we choose our words for the year. And everybody's all about that in January, and they put that word out there, but then come March or April, it's not, people let it go. They don't think about it. They don't keep it before them. And what this workshop has done is allowed us to really have all of these various ways that we can keep that word right in front of us, so that as we're going, when it's June and things get tough, I can go back and I can see, I love the prayer journaling. I can look at that. Exactly.
Vision.
Exactly. That I can, I'm going to do the reverse canvas that Debbie showed us. I love that, to have that hanging on my wall, to make the word in wire. I loved that. So I think that for me, the biggest thing is that we can take that word and keep it before us. So mine is focus for this year, because I really want to be focused and intentionally focused on the things that God has called me to this year, and not, we all can tend to go, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, and get pulled into all of these directions in our lives. And if we're focusing on what God's calling us to, then we're going to be more successful. So I want that word focus all around me, all year long, to keep me focused. And so that's what I loved, is that there are so many ways now that I can take that word, implement it, and keep it right in front of me for the entire year. So it was amazing.
Awesome. Okay, let's go to Nikki.
I'm just thankful for you, Christy, for giving me this opportunity. And I'm loving all the other women's gifts from God that they're sharing with all of us. I don't have a word for the year, but last year I did, and it was positive. And I can honestly say that changed my life. Anytime that there's been situations, like your questionnaire, dealing with a rude cashier, or I try to flip everything to positive. Maybe they've had a bad day, we don't know their side. So with everything, I can honestly say that I live a very peaceful life. And I think because I chose the word positive, I try to stay as positive as I can with every situation. So,
well, somebody who's hearing this today, that they might decide that's going to be their word, because it is a good word. It's how whatever we put our mind to, we can do that. Okay, I know Jenny hasn't shared yet. You still there, Jenny?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, my name's Jenny. I have an Etsy shop called Jenny's Corner Shop. That's also my Instagram page if y'all want to follow me on Instagram. I make things out of wood, paint. I do custom signs, and I try to keep it a faith-based business. But it's just really a side business for me. I do it because I enjoy it, and I feel like God has given me that gift. But I love, Christy introduced me a few years ago to the idea of picking a word. And I remember for the year, and I remember when she first brought it up, and I thought, well, that's strange. I've never heard of that before. And ever since then, I've done it every year, and I usually have to really think on my word. And this year, I was getting ready to do the wire video, and I was doing another word just for the video, and all of a sudden my word just came to me, which is really nice when it happens that way. And it was stand, and it's very appropriate for me this year. And it's based on 2 different verses: stand firm in your faith, and then stand still before the Lord and let him fight your battles. And I've actually already had a chance to implement it. And it's when God calls you and gives you a word like that for the year, then for us to go and ignore it, what good does that do? And so I was in a position recently, and it's already, only the 10th. And I had a moment where I could not stand, or I could choose to stand. And I was like, okay, God gave me that word for a reason. And so I did. And it's so good to have the reminder. But one of the things that I just really loved, I loved seeing all of the different ladies' techniques and their, I don't remember everybody's name, but just the different things that they've brought. But last night I was watching. I haven't been able to catch all the lives, but I watched a lot of the videos after the fact, and I loved the positive affirmations. For me, that's exactly what I need right now. And also the Repeat It Again app. I've never heard of that, and I downloaded it this morning. And I haven't used it yet because it's been a busy morning so far, but I do plan on using that. And for me, I think that is going to be very helpful to have these positive affirmations in there and be able to hear that, repeatedly. So those are several things that I've just really liked and gotten out of this.
Awesome. That's wonderful. Brenna, one of our speakers, actually is the one that brought that to my attention. So I've learned so much from you guys. I mean, this has been such a blessing. And I didn't come on here today for y'all to tell me that you think I'm great, although I'm kind of blushing. Y'all are so sweet. But Jenny, I want to ask you too, since you kind of introduced yourself, do you have anything like exciting coming this year, or anything that you want to tell people about?
Well, honestly, I'm going to have surgery in 5 days. So my shop and all the exciting stuff will be on hold for a little while. I don't know how long it'll be before I can, it's my shoulder. And so that's my active hand. So it's going to hinder me a little bit, but hopefully I, will be able to paint and
we will put you on our prayer list. And everything she does is beautiful, y'all. Check out Jenny's Corner Shop. Jenny's Corner Shop. Y'all, if you do for some reason lose touch with anybody here, you can contact me and I can get you information to them. Okay, so we learned a little bit about Miss Tracy a little bit ago. Miss Tracy, can you share what you have coming up that's super exciting and a little bit more about your business?
Yes, I'd love to. I really enjoyed sharing my Bible journaling page, and I have a faith journaling group. It's called the Faith Journaling Experience, and it is about to open. The doors are about to open again. We have a wonderful group of, I call them soul sisters, a wonderful community of soul sisters within that group. And I would love if anyone out there is even thinking the littlest bit about trying out the faith journaling process. I can promise you it is such a rewarding experience. And that group will be opening up on January the 20th. So if you want any more information about that from me, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Miss Tracy Creates. So I'd love to share with you about that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, just in case, because I know a lot of people have been scrapbookers and they're losing they're not connected with as many scrapbookers because it's almost a dying art in a way. So
Right.
tell them what's exciting that you also have about that.
Okay, at our store, the Little Blue House is a creative arts store. So I always say anything creative can and will happen at the Little Blue House. So one of the things that we do there, and there are not very many of us anymore, but we still have a great passion and love for scrapbooking. So we have all kinds of designer collections and things. And I also have another group called the Page Builders Clubhouse. And it's very much about finding that joy again through scrapbooking and preserving those memories and the things that you want to pass along, and taking the stress out of it. A lot of people, I think, have stressed over, I don't know what to do with all this stuff. I have all this stuff. I have all these pictures. They get stressed out. So we give them great, easy, actionable plans to create their pages and just bring that joy back again. In preserving their pictures and their memories. And honestly, that's kind of what faith journaling is too, because you're preserving, it's your faith side of yourself. You're preserving your prayers, your praises, all those things. You can even put photos into your Bible, all those things that then you can pass along to future generations.
Thank you. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I want to talk to Angie. Angie has something super exciting coming up that I can't wait to be a part of. Tell us all about that.
So I have an organization called Proclaim Truth, and I'm talking about this a little bit tonight, actually, when I do my actual session for the
Which for people watching this, it's already happened. So
oh yeah, that's right. Right. Thank you. Anyway, you heard about it then. So Proclaim Truth exists to equip and encourage women who desire to make God known and to know God more deeply. Specifically, we are about equipping and encouraging women who are teaching God's word in their homes to their children, in their community somehow, or in their churches. So we have lots of women who are teaching Bible studies in their churches who come. And so specifically this year, we have main speakers and we have workshops. The conference is on January 23rd and 23rd to 25th. So it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And Miss Christy is one of our workshop teachers. So I'm pretty excited because she's like our creative outlet for our women. We have 850 women who are coming this year, and they get to choose 3 workshops. And so Christy's actually doing 2 sessions of her workshop, and Debbie's going to come visit us too. She's coming to hang out with us. And so the registration is still open. I was going to say, I was going to share, or maybe not. I don't know. Let me see if I can do this. So here is where you can find a little bit more about us, is proclaimtruth.com. Proclaimtruth.com is where you find out more about us. And so then I need to.
Will it let you share it?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's see. Maybe not. Now I think
I'm so excited. Oh, here we go.
So, okay. So, so proclaimtruth.com, that is where you can find out more about us. January 23rd through the 25th, that's where you register.
Do you have the page pulled up? It just showed us your screensaver.
Oh, sorry. Was it my children?
Yes, they were so cute.
That's also very exciting. So anyway, sorry, that didn't work out as much as I thought it would. But proclaimtruth.com, January 23rd through the 25th, you can learn all about our main speakers. You can learn about the times, where to stay, all the other workshops. We have 30 different workshops. And then I haven't really announced this anywhere else, but we are launching a year-long membership. So we do a lot at the conference, but we have a lot of ask of people wanting more support beyond that. So we are launching a membership at the conference.
Girl, you got it going on. The Lord is blessing you. Ooh, I love it.
I mean, not me. The Lord, it's just been so fun to see where it's come from in the last 4 years, and to see how he's just multiplying disciples. So I'm really excited.
That's exciting. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Nikki, do you have anything exciting this year? You're on mute. I don't know if you know. Okay, got it.
Not actually physically out yet. It's all up here. I've just gotten really, really busy in the last several months, that everything that I do, I create. So I don't have a whole lot of time to add anything else until I get caught up on my orders. But yes, I do have something that I want to release in the future.
Oh, so we need to be watching for that.
Of course.
That's right. And tell a little bit about your business. I don't think I didn't have you do that yet. So tell us who you are, because some people watching this, they actually may not have even done the workshop. So you name your business and what you do.
Okay. I am Nikki Smith. I am the creator at 1571 Recreations, where I take loved ones' items and I recreate them into heirlooms and I share their memory. But yep, that's...
And they can find you on Instagram and Facebook under...
Oh, sorry, yes. They can find me on... Yes. On both social medias, Facebook and Instagram, 1571 Recreations. And hopefully in the near future, I'll have the website up and going.
Awesome. And you blessed us with your stories that you shared. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate it.
Okay,
Miss Gina, you got lots of stuff going on. Tell us about it. Well, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay. So my name is Dr. Gina Lester, and I actually have two different businesses that go from one to the other. The first is I own Education Prep Centers, which is a college admissions planning business. So the kids don't have to be local. I do a lot of virtual stuff, but we actually I work with your child to help them figure out what their next steps in college, life, those type of things. And I think one of the most unique parts, or one of the strengths of my business, is that I have a program called Uniquely You, and I really go in and help the child find what is unique about them, what makes them stand out, and what makes the college the right choice for them, because it's not all about just going to an Ivy or a top league school. It's about going where God's calling you. And so that's how I approach the college admissions counseling, and you can find that at Education Prep Centers. And then from there, I recently have learned there are so many moms, as their kids leave for college, they're struggling. And especially as Christian moms, so many times we put a lot of things in our dreams and our hopes and our things on hold in order to really be able to be there for our kids. And we wouldn't trade that for the world. But then our kids leave, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, now what? What's next? Where do I go? What am I going to do? I really want to make my dreams come true. So I have created Empty Nesters Take Flight, and I'm going to this year be launching a course and a membership called SOAR. So I'm very excited about that. And it's going to be, the first part is a course where you'll be able to walk through and learn how to soar in your own life and find your own uniquely you. And then there'll be the membership part for people who want some additional support in that. And so the best way to find me for Empty Nesters, because I'm still in the process of kind of getting a lot of that set up, is to go to my social media. And you can find Empty Nesters Take, not an S, Take Flight, and look for that page. And I'm actually going to be holding a vision boarding workshop, but it's more than that. It's going to be for 5 days. And basically what I'm going to do is help you find your dream, then turn it into your vision. I'm going to show you physically how to make that vision board, because a lot of people ask that. And then how to set goals, how to put your rocks and your non-negotiables in place, and then how to begin to make it a reality. And so that's something I just want to do. That's absolutely free. So anybody that wants to do that can come. They can be part of that and take what we've learned here in your group one step further, which is great. So the best place I'm on Instagram and Facebook for the Empty Nesters. If you're interested in college admissions, that's Education Prep Centers.
Awesome. I love that. And I think what a great thing to do right after this is to pop right into your free group. Love that. Thanks for offering that. Okay, let's see. Brenna, now people have not heard you yet in our 2020 Vision Workshop, and they are in for a treat. But the people watching this actually have already heard you, if that makes any sense at all. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So I am a pastor's wife and mother of 7. And one little known fact is I've taught drawing lessons for 25 years. And I've always done that live to like homeschool groups and things like that. And just recently went online with that. But my passion is that no child would ever grow up to be an adult that says, I just can't draw. I'm not one of those natural artists that just comes up with things out of my head, but I learned how to draw step by step, and I can pretty much look at anything and draw it. And so that's what I teach is those people who are not the, naturals or whatever. I think that makes me a better teacher because I had to learn step by step. So I do have, I have put that into an online business now, and I have it's called See It, Draw It membership. And I'm putting lessons out there every month. And I don't know if anybody's interested, if you know any homeschool families that would like some support with an art teacher, or I think so many kids in public schools aren't getting much more than like arts and crafts, like glue and scissors type thing. What I like to teach is the foundation where they can learn any medium beyond that and do it. But my main thing is coaching moms. So I help even the most disorganized and defeated moms move from overwhelm and self-doubt into thrilling momentum as they apply 7 strategies and get their homes and lives organized. Again, I'm not a natural at this. I'm not a detailed person. Counselors have looked at my personality profile and looked at me and said, how many kids are you in charge of? Like, this is scary. So I have had to set boundaries for myself. I did that when kids were small. I was overwhelmed. I had 4 boys, ages 7 and under, I believe. And I was praying, Lord, show me some things. I've got to bring order. So he did. And then the Lord led me to write a book. It's called Coach Mom, 7 Strategies for Organizing Your Family into an All-Star Team. I started coaching groups live. And right now I'm working at offering it online. So moms don't have to live within a driving radius. We can do this with any mom. So my website is brenna-stull.com, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram, Brenna Stull, BRENNASTULL. And I also have a Facebook page called Coach Mom. And I share everything that's coming up. We did a 28-day challenge leading into Christmas. We also did a planning your year out, and next week we are actually doing transform 3 areas in 3 days, where we take the 3 most problematic, drawers, closets, things like that, and we're going to transform it in 3 days. And hopefully that will propel everyone into great momentum.
Absolutely. Thank you. You have a lot of great things going on too. So Debbie, I think Debbie is the last one for me to ask about. Is that right? Debbie, you have an exciting year. Because your year, you talked about your word of the year, and then there's a lot gonna happen and change, and you see that vision, right?
Oh yes,
you see it. Okay, tell us about it.
My word of the year is cultivate, and boy, is God gonna be doing some tilling on me this year, tilling and tending and digging and all of those kinds of things. So I am transitioning careers, and I thought I was going to go into crafting, and so a couple of years ago, I started Crush on Crafts and intended to do that online, but it just hasn't really been a good fit for me. But I've also been studying storytelling. We have a local storytelling institute here in Phoenix, and I've been studying that for about 2.5, almost 3 years now. And I am super excited. I'm starting a new business this year called The Story Toolbox. So you'll be able to find me at thestorytoolbox.com. It's not up yet, but it will be soon. Right. And all the social medias as well. And I'm going to be teaching creative small business owners how to tell their stories, how to tell their origin stories, and as well as those of how their customers use their products. And I just can't wait. I am super excited about it.
Me too. Y'all, thank you so much. I didn't miss anybody, did I? I'm scrolling through to see and making sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, I think I got everybody. So I want to wrap up with saying these women love the Lord, and that's number one. No matter what else is going on with their businesses and all, they love the Lord, and that is what drew me to them. And so that's what I would say is, and some of you, don't know me. Maybe someone's sharing this on their page. So I'll tell you a little bit about me. I have been in the business of crafting for many, many years. And in the last year and a half, I started teaching hand lettering because that's what people wanted from me. And so I was able to write a book, and that was just never on my radar. It was such a blessing. I've been in lots of training where I've met a lot of these women, and they have changed my life, and they pour into me. And not only are they business partners, but they're prayer partners. And I couldn't be more blessed to be a part of their lives. So thank y'all for participating in here. This has been, I really didn't envision this workshop to be the way it turned out. It was a very small thing that actually Gina got me brainstorming about, and it just turned into this wonderful blessing for me. And then I'm getting emails from people and messages saying how all these different people in the group, the speakers have touched them. I've gotten messages about how the questionnaire has really made them dive deep and think. So I just want to say, when God puts something on your heart to do, put it out there, whether you're sure about how it's going to turn out or not. I mean, he totally blessed it. It's bigger than I thought it would be. And I appreciate everybody who participated. And I'm excited about y'all's year. I want to pray for y'all. I want everyone to follow you. They will be so blessed. If you guys will stay on after we end the recording, that way we can follow up. Does that sound good? Thank you, Miss Gina, for doing this.